Once again, the Indian opposition and the ecosystem have seized upon a half-baked narrative to paint the Modi government as the villain in a supposed assault on press freedom. Viewers, the latest trigger is Elon Musk X, formerly Twitter, that claimed that the Indian government ordered the blocking of over 2,000 accounts, including those of Reuters. The opposition, as if they were waiting for this to be said, has predictably jumped the gun, amplifying allegations to accuse the Modi government of stifling free speech. For viewers, a closer look reveals a familiar pattern of selective outrage, incomplete facts, and a rush to judgment that exposes the selectivity. So let's start with the fact. This is what we know so far. X's Global Government Affairs handle claimed that the Indian government issued a sweeping directive to block 2,355 accounts, including Reuters and Reuters World, without providing justification and demanding compliance within an hour. This post, dripping with indignation, viewers, positioned X as a defender of free speech against a supposedly authoritarian regime. The opposition, smelling blood, wasted no time. They pounced, framing this as some evidence of Modi government's fascist tendencies, a charge they've often heard. The Indian government, through the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, has categorically denied issuing any fresh blocking order on the 3rd of July. It clarified that no directive was issued to withhold Reuters' account, and the moment the issue came to the light, the government engaged with X to ensure accounts were unblocked. This is what the government has said. But in all of this, the opposition's newfound love for X's free speech absolutism is laughably hypocritical. This is the same opposition, viewers, that has in the past, you would remember, demanded stricter regulation of social media platforms to curb misinformation, often targeting content that does not align with their narrative. Now they are cheering for a platform owned by Elon Musk, whose selective moderation practices, by the way, have been criticized globally for inconsistency. This rush to judgment is my problem, and it distracts from the broader context. Sample a few reactions, then we quickly debate.
I think this is a direct attack on the fundamental rights of the common citizens, and we will be cut off from the world, and there is a virtual undeclared emergency in India.
A narcissistic supreme leader like Mr. Narendra Modi, who believes in the policies of despotism, autocracy and authoritarianism, does it once again. He tries to stifle free speech and undermine India's democratic fabric. And imagine these are the very people who are talking about Samvidhan Hatya Divas.
This is the character of a fascist government. The fascists would always wanted to suppress the free voice. They are anti-people, anti-national, the fascists. So they do not want to see that truth are exposed.
Tehseen, the Congress party has jumped the gun once again. So on Operation Sindhu and the ceasefire, the Congress believes Trump, not Modi, the US government or their version, not the Indian government version. And in this controversy, Congress has blind faith in X and Musk's version of things, not what the government is saying.
I have a lot of respect for you, but I want to ask you a question before I answer. Are you going to allow me to respond to what you say after I respond? Because what's happened in the last debate is everything that you put out, I've had an answer. You've not allowed me to answer. So you allow me time as you allow the BJP, and I will be glad to answer your questions. So point number one, the government itself has admitted that there was a May 7th order to do with Operation Sindhu that was not enforced. It may have been enforced later on July 3rd. The government itself has said this is a technical issue. So the question comes, why were these orders issued for these 2,300 odd accounts? Number one. Number two, Reuters itself as well as X has come out officially and said, look, we got orders from the government, which the government says, look, were technical orders. We didn't want them to be installed. Now we are working to undo this. Now, why is the government repeatedly talking through sources, even if officially, where those from Reuters and X are talking officially with names out there?
Tehseen, 1 minute. No, 1 minute. Do you really believe the official government version? What has the government said officially about on many other things? Look what the Congress party leaders have been saying about it. So, 1 minute, Tehseen, 1 minute. So the likes of Pawan Kheda and all the others, they have little regard for any official version. Like they have, shown the 1 minute, their contempt for president's office. So this official version, this technical argument will not hold. Why has the Congress party jumped the gun again? It says, Pawan Kheda, embarrassing for the country when the government gets globally called out for lying. The only person who, was called out for lying by the Supreme Court of India. You know who that individual was, Tehseen? Answer this question.
Answer your question, then we'll come to this, please. Because then your viewers think you've gone somewhere else. Please allow me.
No, I'm asking you a simple question, straightforward question. Don't have all the time, Tehseen, please. You know this.
Questions are longer than my answers. You don't. Please allow me. I have finished by now. I believe you and the government Operation Sindhu is still on. If Operation Sindhu is still on, why is the Pakistan hockey team in India?
It's not. It's not about Operation Sindhu being on. It's about what the Congress party has said, that the government surrender, Narendra surrender. That's the point. Ravi Srivastava तो है नहीं इसमें, है Ravi Srivastava still there? Ravi Srivastava, ये जो ट्विटर कंट्रोवर्सी हुआ, एक्स कंट्रोवर्सी, इस पे भी शुरू हो गया इकोसिस्टम सर. Absolutely cringe, immature, government caught lying yet again.
मेरे को 60 सेकंड चाहिए बस, प्लीज.
बोलिए सर.
इंटरप्ट मत करिए. मुझे इतना कहना है इस गवर्नमेंट के अंदर कि लेफ्ट हैंड डज नॉट नो व्हाट राइट हैंड इज डूइंग. That's the best part. There was a conman came J.J. Patel. He went to Srinagar as a PMO additional secretary, enjoyed for 3 months and then returned back. Nobody questioned him. I don't know, state was compromised or PMO was compromised. I have got an order in Delhi for vehicles which are 15 years old and 10 years as a petrol vehicle. Seized them. They were seized for 2 days. And somebody came and his wisdom said, no, we don't need, we are not going to take them. There was someone in this, the GR in Maharashtra, Hindi will be the third language. Then there is a fire and now there's Maharashtra, entire Maharashtra is on fire.
Okay.
The GR has been withdrawn.
Okay, sir, 60 seconds ho gaye. Now answer my question. Enough of preface. Answer my question. Who told you that the government is lying? On what basis have you jumped to this judgment?
Wrongly taken away. They are being restored again.
देखिए जवाब नहीं है. Professor Mondal. Professor Mondal.
The government version also, Pranesh.
क्या बोलूं? No, hang on. अरे आप कैसे सेंसर होते हैं? तो सबसे बड़ा एग्जांपल है आपके टीवी शो. हम जब बोलते हैं वॉल्यूम कम कर देते हो, बोलने नहीं देते हो. I don't know whether you have taken the brief of a political party or not, but ये होता है हम लोगों के साथ. One of my friends just complained about what you do. You don't allow us to speak properly. और जब बोलते हैं वॉल्यूम कम कर देते हो, सब लोग को पता है ये क्यों होता है. I don't know. So there is a kind of unwritten censorship in this country going on.
Wonderful, Professor Mondal. जब जवाब नहीं होता तो यही है. Cross talk is not allowed, sir. When you speak, Shehzad Poonawala does not speak. When Tehseen speaks, Karan is not allowed to speak. So that this is only to ensure that our viewers have a great experience. उनको समझ में आए आप लोग क्या बोल रहे हैं. आपने जवाब नहीं दिया, Shehzad.
Tehseen said that the government is speaking through sources. Perhaps Tehseen has lacked in his research. There is an official response from the IT ministry, and that IT ministry response says that there was no fresh blocking order for any of these platforms. Secondly, Tehseen logically, because you're somebody who deals in logic, Reuters का 2 handle block कर दिया. Reuters China was allowed, Reuters Asia was allowed, Reuters fact check was allowed, but we wanted to ban 2 handles. And the remaining were allowed to do whatever they want. Does it make sense? The government worked overtime with X to ensure that these handles are unblocked and no technical excuse is given. It's between X and Reuters, but look who's speaking. You know why Tehseen and Mandalji are here in the panel first place? Because the official Congress is boycotting this channel. They have boycotted this channel. That's why Tehseen is here on this debate. 250 journalists were jailed in the emergency by this party. This party has put cases on journalists in Karnataka as we speak. This party is the party that put 9,000 sedition cases on people who protested. That Mandal's party pursued a person for 11 years for a Facebook post on Mamata Banerjee.
Once again, you've said that Mandal, Professor Mandal.
Shri Monojit Mandal's party, TMC, pursued a person for 11 years for posting a meme on Mamata Banerjee on Facebook. कार्य से नहीं बदलता है, बोलने से नहीं बदलता अपने कारनामे. अच्छा, और इनको बताइए ये सेडिशन केसेस और बाकी ब्लॉकिंग ऑफ किशोर कुमार किसने किया था? ये ब्लॉकिंग ऑफ मजरू सुल्तानपुरी calling somebody Hitler किसने किया था? There are two reasons why this is being done. Today we have seen the Pew research that 74% Indians are satisfied with the democracy. Okay. Even in countries like America and Greece and France, it is not crossing 40%. So how to undermine Indian democracy?
I'm coming to you next.
First step. Just now, about 2 hours ago, and I've quote tweeted it, Access Global Government Affairs team has posted that actually on July 3rd, 2025, the Indian government had ordered the blocking of 2000.
सरकार का response
ये आज response आया है. इसके बाद आया इनका response.
उसके बाद का response है. तहसीन है Reddit. उसके बाद का response है.
Please allow me. Look, you guys are interrupting me. Access said that there's an order on July 3rd. Access saying we have it.
The government responses come after that. Tehseen, maybe you thought you have prepared enough.
One second. I have to call it out. For far too long, my mother did not call it out. I am calling it out. Tehseen Poonawalla lies congenitally. This government of India response is after what Twitter has posted. Please get your facts right.
Is X lying about the government of India?
Yes.
So what action are you taking on X?
And we will tell you that action.
Why are you endorsing?
X is lying about the government.
That is no argument. No, one minute. What
action is taken? 1 second. We have told X and all social media platforms, unlike your government, that if you have to work in India, you will follow the rules and constitution of India. We are not a government that cows down. So please get it right.
If you take action, Shehzad, then Tehseen will say, you know, you're displaying or betraying fascist tendencies.
This is the party which got 66A.
Karan.
So you must understand, Pranesh, a lot has been said about the government's clarification. I think that's pretty clear. But the hypocrisy of X also needs to be called out here. They cowered under pressure in 2022. They banned the handles of Russia, Russia Today and Sputnik. As soon as the EU issued sanctions, they banned these two handles and they did not bring them back for 2 years when the Russia invasion of Ukraine happened. There they did not make a hue and cry. But here they are raising this issue, and you remember it in 2021, what happened? They deplatformed their own sitting president, and at that time there were hashtags farmer genocide, which our government had asked them to take down. So yes, we do reserve the right, as Shehzad rightly said, in the interest of our sovereignty. If there are any handles which are spreading misinformation, we have every right to take them down. That hasn't happened in the case of Reuters, which has been clarified. But we do reserve that right, and we don't need a validation. As Tehseen said, what are you doing about X? We don't need a validation from X. Let X speak whatever they have to. We'll follow our policy and walk on, unlike the Congress back then, which used to censor everything from section 66A to the Postal Act which they were planning to bring.
Professor Mondal is outraged. Professor Mondal, jailing someone for a cartoon is okay, but you can't have curbs.
I think Mr. Karan is right. He is absolutely unashamed about the truth, that we have the right to take anything down, right? So I thank him for speaking the truth. And Mr. Poonawalla from BJP, you were talking about censorship. You were talking about my personal capacity. At least I am not a turncoat and never will be. If I speak, I'll always speak for TMC. I won't speak for other political parties.
Sir, we'll get the answer in the next show, sir, because we've run out of time. Professor Mondal.
TMC पहले NDA के साथ थी, याद है ना?
Okay.
ये पूरी पार्टी NDA के साथ थी. याद है कि नहीं आपको?
Gentlemen, my only request is let's not jump the gun. And Tehseen, if you really want to see what the government does, then wait for the action. Why jump the gun and say, you know, vile things about the government of India, you know, absolutely cringe, immature, etc., etc. So let's introspect. Let's not jump the gun to score political points. We are taking a short break. The news are with Navika Kumar on the other side.